Again and again.
What are we doing?
The Triple M Grill Team NRL Recovery Session.
Doing my head in.
For Co Tire. Co Tire will help make your job happen. 13 15 52 or cotire.com.au.
Right here, just after 7 every Monday morning, the most comprehensive wrap of the NRL. It's the recovery session.
Yeah, in the first break, we're going to cover off the status quo as far as the competition is concerned. Second break, we're going to focus on State of Origin Game 3 and the series as a whole. Well, I tell you what, the Panthers won over the Warriors the weekend. In Golden Point, Raiders over the Dragons, Broncos over the Knights, Titans fantastic over the Sharks in the wet there on the Gold Coast. Manly, well, they continue. They're up to third spot, Manly, with a good win over the Tigers, and 23-10 the Cowboys over the Rabbitohs in Cairns. Gentlemen, first I want to talk about the Panthers. Young Nathan Cleary, you got to tip your hat. Geez, he's some sort of footballer, this kid, MG.
Yeah, cometh the hour, cometh the man. No Matt Moylan,
Nice.
and
Yeah.
somebody had to step up. And I was anxious to see who would.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure whether Nathan Cleary could, and he did. And I think that was he basically signalled, "Here I am."
Yeah.
And that was his coming out game. I think it's without Matty Moylan to put on a performance like that. I think that's close to the best performance from a halfback this year.
I totally agree. I particularly from a New South Wales halfback, and I know that the Tom-Toms are beating. Phil Gill said it's too early. Look, Origin's 12 months away, so don't worry about it. But, I mean, if he continues to play that sort of football, look, who knows? But, I mean, can we just focus on something for 1 second? Right up. So on the weekend, you got the Warriors. I want to talk about the Warriors.
Yep.
They have got serious problems there. So on the weekend, they got their spine, they got Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, they got Isaac Luke, they got Kieran Foran, and they got Sean Johnson. The Panthers had Nathan Cleary, a young kid, and he gave him a bath.
A bath.
He absolutely
The Warriors,
did the floor with him.
they crept up a couple of wins in Origin, like, as we said, in that sort of
They're bullies.
6-week area. They bully a couple of teams and stuff. And then I go, you know what? Yeah, no, I think the Warriors will beat the Panthers. And, of course, a lot of people did the same thing. You can't trust them. They're bloody hopeless, the Warriors. I'm sorry. Yeah. But for that spine and that team that's been put together, got a whole country to choose from. Their rugby union team's the best probably sporting team in the world. How this mob sits outside of the 8 by a couple of games is unbelievable.
Gus, they seriously need to have a look at their system and how they're going about things because nothing's changing. They turn coaches over, but nothing changes.
That's right.
And the worst rap a club can have is that when players go there, they get worse.
Yep.
And that's what's happened. Roger was on the cusp of being the best player in the competition. He's gone there and has gone backwards. Isaac Luke has gone backwards. Foran was fantastic to start with, but now he's sort of paddling. You just got to ask the question: what is wrong with the Warriors?
Yeah.
They've
Like
got a
you say,
massive
they
problem.
turn coaches over like it's,
Yeah.
means nothing. So
But
at the end of the day, you've got to look at the players,
And
right?
then they had something like the Manu Vadavai retirement to play for. If you're not going to play for one of your best all-time players, you're not going to play for anyone.
They showed more passion giving him a haka after the loss than they did during the match.
Let's have a look at some of the sides that are gone. Newcastle, Tigers, of course, and South Sydney. Look, mathematically, but they've got to win every single game, and other sides have got to lose. So, they're gone. But a lot of sides really on a knife's edge. As we said, the Warriors, can't see them getting there.
You can put the line through the Dogs, can't you?
Well, they're 2 wins out of the 8, Gus, as are Canberra and as are the Titans and the Warriors. But they're going to win all their games. I think of those sides,
The Gold Coast.
Yeah, maybe the Gold Coast and Canberra. They're ones who are capable of going on a big winning run. The side that's starting to wobble are the Dragons, and they've got Manly next week. They're on a knife's edge, Jimmy.
I couldn't agree with more. I think the Dragons, especially. I watched them at the start of the year, and I went, "This is soon to be their demise happening." As soon as Widdup hurt his knee, he was out for a while. Then he come back, and he hasn't played nowhere near as good as he was before he hurt his medial. And I think they're suffering because of that fact. He's not running them little smart angles he was running before his injury. But
the yardage game's struggling a little bit. Tell you what we'll do. We're going to, after the break, as I said before, we're going to talk about State of Origin. That's where the big questions are and all the big stories are at the moment. But poor better best. My poor on the weekend is the Cronulla Sharks. The Sharkies. That was one of their worst displays for the year. The Cronulla Sharks. My better is going to go to. My better is going to go for Manly, their second half performance yesterday, and the best of the Gold Coast Titans. Their performance on the weekend in the West was led by Ash Taylor, who's Fantastic.
Yeah, my poor South Sydney just really bad. And for a side that won the comp in 2014, haven't made the final since, and they're going to be bundled out again. They were really poor. Better with the Cowboys for me still, without Jonathan Thirst. Still a great team, I know, but that's a great win up there in Cairns and a huge crowd. Gee, the crowds when teams have put games away from their
how picturesque
games.
was that setting at Cairns?
No.
Absolutely
I wanted
beautiful.
to fly there.
Yeah, it was gorgeous.
Oh, I was there.
I wanted to go and have an OB there.
Oh, me too. And best for me, the Titans in the wet, doing the job against Cronulla, who the premiers and one of the best sides out there. Fantastic from the Titans.
That was an incredible game to watch, wasn't it?
Wow.
Was it fun? Is it fun, boys, to play
like good fun.
in that sort of where you can slide for 10 metres and stuff?
No, it's not.
My poll was South. South, I can't believe they're sitting 14th with that roster. Better Gold Coast, as Matty said, with Ash Taylor leading the way. And best with Manly. Manly are just a juggernaut at the moment.
Even against the Tigers, you've got them as the best.
Mate, they're behind. And last year they would have lost that game. You know, they're doing things this year on the back of the Trbojevic brothers.
Great crowd too.
And the crowd at Brookvale are starting to swarm, and I love the way they're playing.
Yeah, but Queensland wrap up another series. Everyone's had a fair bit to say on Origin. We're back. It's our first day back, so let's have our say. 22-6, Queensland won Game 3. In Game 2, we played dumb. In Game 3, we didn't play football at all. In fact, we didn't play football after a really turning point with 15 minutes to go in Game 2. We were dominating Game 1. We dominated most of Game 2, and suddenly Josh Maguire made a break, set up a try for Dane Gagai. After that point, our whole campaign completely and utterly collapsed. Now, what we're doing is all these different things are starting to come out. Revelations yesterday from Buzz Rothfield in the Sunday Telegraph that Laurie had come up with a plan, a good plan, to put Clemmer in the starting lineup, bring Fafita off the bench for impact. But unfortunately, when Fafita learned about it, didn't like it, blew up deluxe, and so Laurie had to go back and tell Clemmer, sorry, mate, now you're going to go back onto the bench. Fafita's starting.
Hence the problem. I mean, that wouldn't happen in Queensland. They play for their state, not for themselves.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. How many games would Tim Glasby play for New South Wales?
Yeah, no, wouldn't have been looked
How many games would Andrew Fafita play for Queensland?
No.
So why doesn't Laurie Daly stand up and say, sorry, Fafita?
Exactly.
I've told you what I'm doing, and that's it. That's best for the team. Fafita cops it on the chin and goes out and plays well off the bench.
We pick on ability and talent. They pick on character.
Yeah.
You know, and
Is that what your brother meant? Because he was so emotional at the end of the game, Matty, when Joey came out and he wasn't even looking at the camera. He wasn't looking at James Bracey. He just sort of had his head down. He goes, New South Wales just don't get it.
No.
We just don't get it. And he was he seemed defeated. Is that what he meant?
We seem to be picking players on club form, like Mitchell Pearce has been in.
No, we had 5 blokes in the bottom 2 teams of the thing.
In insatiable form.
The comp.
Fafita, individual form, Cronulla, sensational. Keep going. Jack Bird, unbelievable form at club level. But somehow Queensland seem to pick blokes who are on the peripheral and know that they're going to do a job, even for 10 minutes, in an important game. Yep. We kind of look too much ahead of what our players are going to do in the series instead of for that 10 minutes of the game.
We go body types. Is he fast? Is he got an origin body? They just go, has he got an origin mentality?
That's it.
Is he going to let us down? Is he going to walk inside the football at a crucial moment and let us down?
Is he a bloke in the dressing room that blokes are going to love?
Exactly.
And that's what wins games.
That's exactly right.
But they've also got Cronk, Smith, Slater.
Yep.
I mean, I know that they were missing a whole lot of other really good blokes, but they're 3 of the greatest players of all time in their positions.
Don't forget they've got no Inglis, no Darius Boyd, no Thurston, no Scott.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But those players as well, Gus, it's what they bring to the table. Like Smith going into that game. Look, people have been critical of him. They said he had a bit of a quiet series. Game 3. In the first minute, he scoops the ball up and he just goes, whoosh, here we go.
And you know what?
It's on.
Matty,
it's on.
He said he was going to.
Yeah.
He said he was going to do it.
Yeah.
He said in the first 2 games I was quiet. Game 3, I'm going to run. He told us what he's going to do.
Yeah.
What about
we couldn't stop it.
What about Jonathan Thurston there in the camp the entire time? Got the arm in the sling, holding the tackle bags. That type of mentality. I just want to be a part of it.
How good? What about at the end, right? Cameron Smith calls him up on stage and he says, brother, you are the greatest Queensland ever put on an Origin jersey. Yeah. And I'm going,
Wally
Cameron,
Lewis
I think you are.
Oh, you think Cameron is?
I think Cameron
no
is.
No doubt.
I think Cameron
Wally Lewis is on stage as well. 3 not too bad.
He's played 42. Yeah. He's played 42 Origins. The average first grader plays 38 games in his career.
Yeah.
He's played 42 Origins.
And he's showing no signs.
I think he's won 40 of them as well.
Oh, he's
so, off the top of my head.
And he's showing no signs he's going to call quits.
Look, there's a couple of good things.
Yeah.
If you've got to find some positives in New South Wales, Clammer, I thought had a great series.
He had a good series.
Travojevic
I thought
had a good
Jake
series.
Travojevic.
Yep.
Look, you got to start Bird. You got to start Jack Bird. You got to start these young blokes.
You've got to
who
bring
are-
Tom Travojevic into the team.
You got to get DeBellin in there somewhere.
So Morris is retired now. It's a great career for him. He's done a great job for Australia and New South Wales, but he's retired, so that's a Tom Travojevic straight in.
I'd put Turbo fullback.
Yeah.
I don't
Not have
fullback.
Tedesco.
No, on the wing. Malcolm Ings just picked him in the mirror side on the wing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's look, lots been made of it. Yeah, and as I said, there's stories that coming out of camp, things of players, going out of camp, getting on the drink and things like that. There's more and more that are going to come out. Oh man,
that's disgraceful. How can you be in the New South Wales camp and nick off and go to a pub, mate?
I know.
There's
Before
a couple
a
of players
decider.
they're talking about. We just know them. They are superstars. You can't go to a pub, sit there, get on the drink, get on the pub,
Well, in obscurity.
and non-people go,
There he is.
that's that player who plays for New South Wales.
Yeah.
What are they thinking?
Yeah, we've got a couple of days. You've got the Origin decider, and you're on the drink.
Have a drink if you win the series.
Yeah, not sure if I'm really going to, but not sure where your heads are.
Exactly right.
Yeah, no, it's
One other good thing before we get to Come On Man was Kevy Walters in the media. He actually kind of threw down the gauntlet to Papali. He said, mate, you've done nothing in the first two games.
Yep.
And guess who was almost their best forward in game 3?
And Steve came out, his brother Steve came out in the media and said, mate, Papali has been really poor. And, mate, just put it straight on him and said, mate, if you want to be part of this, you've got to step up. And
That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go.
It's that time of the week.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
I love the Cowboys. In fact, I saw Peter Parr on Hamilton Island, their football manager. Say g'day, Parry.
Good Newcastle man.
But for them to say that they can win the comp without Jonathan Thurston, I'm sorry, boys.
Come on, man.
And they've gone 3 in a row without
I'm
him.
sorry, boys. They can't win the comp without him. There's no way in the world.
Wow.
I'll walk backwards to Burke if they do.
Come on, man. Record that.
We've got that on tape. Yes.
Thank you, Jana. Thumbs
Locked away.
up.
We've
There
got
is
that
no,
on tape.
How can you
there is
say
no
that?
way in God's earth they'll win the comp without JT.
Come on,
3 in a row
man.
without him.
No way.
I tell you what, geez, they're going good though.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
That's
Idiot.
the NRL recovery
Come on,
session
man.
for Coates Hire. They'll help make your job happen. Give them a call on 13 15 52 or coateshire.com.au.